Greetings, everyone, and thank you for coming to my recorded session. Teaching is activism. Um, my name is Adam Goldberg. First, I want to thank Dr. Rhoda Bernard for her incredible leadership and support for those of us trying to implement the arts in special education, and of course for the students themselves. Um, and of course, thank you to Creative Generation for once again putting together the technical aspects and the platform for this whole conference. Thank you so much. Um, so I've been teaching for over 27 years, all at the same school, P177Q in Fresh Meadows, Queens. It's part of District 75, which is New York City Public School, excuse me, special ed district. It's the largest district in the world, largest special ed district in the world. And I've been a music teacher all of those 27 years, with the exception of most of this year so far. I was asked, just like so many other teachers have been asked this year, to wear different hats, play different roles. So I was asked to become a classroom teacher. I'm teaching remotely. And a lot of the ideas for implementing the arts as catalyst are coming from the fact that even of course I'm doing that as a music teacher, the arts are the catalyst. But as a music teacher, as a classroom teacher, I have found that the same thing applies, and I could use the power of the arts and the flexibility of the arts to bring in everything else and have the arts as that foundation and springboard for everything, all the other learning that the students do. We tapped into a lot. From the emotions of the arts, we were able to tap in to student emotion and expression, which is, of course, always my goal. It's all about the students and how they're able to express themselves. So I'll be showing a video of like a culminating class project that I did earlier in the year, and that will give you a good example of that. And the whole idea of equity, I'm going to go on and start to explain a little bit about this project. Michael Jackson wrote a song called Earth Song, and he also did one of those incredible Michael Jackson style videos, very dramatic and emotional. And I came across that and I said, wow, this is it. Now I can teach climate change, and I can teach about equity. And you'll see in the video that it points out that wherever we're going to wreak the havoc on the planet that we're doing, that's really the major cause of climate change. It's always in a place where there's poverty or there's minorities. So I have minorities here in quotes because, where if you go somewhere where everyone is a minority, well, then no one is a minority. That's actually the majority. And so, I don't want to go too deeply into that and our whole white supremacist perspective, which is really, I think, emanating from America. But it's in large parts of the world as well. So without too much further explanation, I'm going to play the Earth Song video, or parts of it, along with what you'll see as the project and the interaction that the students and I had, and how I implemented. Also science, I should mention, very important. You'll see some clips of some science videos that I also used to bring across what climate change was and how what we're doing is affecting climate change, and most importantly, what we can do to try to mitigate those effects. So here we go. Lucas, how do you feel when you see planet Earth looking like that?
Peaceful.
Oh, wow, that is a great answer, Lucas. Yes.
Very good.
Like
Excellent.
like the girl in the video, when everything around her is beautiful and she feels that the whole earth is beautiful and she feels peaceful. Lucas, that's a fantastic answer. Very good. So now, how do we feel now when we see that? When we see that, and this is what they're doing to the trees. They're burning the trees. How do we feel about that? How does this picture... I'm sorry, Selena, what are you saying?
That
How do you... Selena says mad. Okay, all right. Excellent answer, Selena. Let me go into the chat so we can show everybody. So if we see this picture and how we're destroying the earth, or how some people are destroying the earth and so much of it all at once, Selena feels mad. And I agree. It makes me feel mad too when I see all of this. Okay, excellent, excellent answers so far, everybody. Here's that picture again from the homework assignment. So, who can tell me how she feels?
Peaceful.
I'm so proud of you guys learning to use the chat box and learning how to type in your answers. Okay, there's that other feeling. Look at the girl's face now. Lucas, amazing. Selena just typed it. Selena, very, very good work, Selena. I'm gonna highlight everyone now. Look at this. You guys are all stars, highlighted and spotlighted with all your correct answers. So, bringing out the idea of the video showing the emotions of the people involved in this decimation. Selena, I'm so proud of you. Their home is being destroyed. Let's zoom in on that. Excellent, that's right. That's why Selena always says thumbs up. So this time, Mr. Williams, thank you. We get 2 thumbs up this time. All right.
2 thumbs and I tip my head.
Selena, indeed. Selena, that's very good. Their home, there you go. Nathan also contributed. Their home is being destroyed. That's why they feel very sad.
What about all the dreams that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war?
This girl is a big part of this whole video. Later, she tries to save that little baby tree. What does the tree do with the carbon dioxide? Who can tell us? Yes, Lucas. Can we have someone type it in the chat? Yes. The tree eats the carbon dioxide. All right. So very good, guys. You guys are really learning, and so trees are very important. What about us? What do we do about climate change? I see Selena has a great answer here. What about us? What do we need to do? Okay. Wow. Taj. Yes, look at Taj smiling there. Cycle, and that's one of the best answers yet, Taj. Recycle. We need to recycle, and we need to plant trees. Because Lucas said carbon dioxide, and trees can eat up the carbon dioxide. So if you can see this whole video, I did put a link to it. So I recommend checking it out. Also, what isn't shown here is how I use the homework assignments to supplement all this. Ironically, the one student who never did his homework, almost never, actually was right on top with the best answers. That was Lucas. But at the same time, I know the homework assignments help to elicit understanding and emotional expression of what the students were learning about this very important topic. Also, the video actually ends on a very positive note, and I would point out that actually what you're seeing now is the Earth when it was a baby. And so there's the link to science again, that this is how our Earth, according to our best estimates at this point, this is probably how the Earth was born. It's beautiful.
The planet is sick, might get fever. This is our last chance to fix this problem that we have. It starts with us, or else it never be done.
The layer of greenhouse gases traps more heat. This results in increased average temperature of the Earth, and the Earth becomes hotter and hotter. This is called global warming.
Okay, so on to our next project, which actually, and in my course description, or my presentation description, I said that we would also do monarch butterflies. Well, I was doing a monarch butterfly project, and of course my assignment was changed to a different class, and it just wasn't really working for us to do the monarch butterfly project. So I decided to do a project about bees. And bees are, first of all, of course, it's very closely related to climate change, because the same things we're doing to pillage the planet are also decimating the bee population around the world. And bees are extremely important in terms of our own food supply. Bees also have a lot to teach us about working together and supporting each other and being a community. So that was part of what I was trying to teach this different class, a much younger group of students. And you see here, like similarly though, with the homework assignments, both in the first class and this class, now that I'm showing you, a lot of it was based on trying to get the students to express their feelings. And just one or two brief examples, because I'm going to go on to something else, but just the idea of getting the students to understand that bees are really, really good at sharing, and talking about the incredible dances that the bees do to communicate. So yes, here we go. The bees are artists. They're using dance both as a communication from an artistic standpoint, I think, and also from a scientific standpoint. It's very, very well measured out, so the bees can watch this dance and know exactly where they need to go to find the food that this bee who's doing the dance has just discovered. And this is how they share, and this is one of the major ways, not the only major way, but one of the major ways that they work together in a very equitable type of community. Just pause for a second on this slide so you can see a little bit more about the way I had the students express themselves. They would move the arrow to the correct answer. Um, so next, Arlette, exclamation point. Arlette is a student. Oh, by the way, now this is transitioning into just what was happening recently. I've been able to do music again remotely. And so one of the things I do is I encourage the students to get up and dance and move. And usually it's kind of upbeat stuff. But if you know Stevie Wonder's You and I, it's one of his, classic, incredible ballads. As a matter of fact, it was my wedding song. And for our ceremony, I played it on the piano and I sang to my wife as part of our wedding ceremony. I'm not sure why I chose to have this song. It may have been related to that fact about my wedding ceremony, but not sure why exactly. But I know that the students were encouraged to see how they could dance if the music was slow. So I'm going to play this video for you. Arlette dancing. Very nice, Arlette. Beautiful. So Arlette is very, very quiet and shy. Wow, Arlette! Excellent. Great balance, Arlette. And in the past, I've had Arlette when we were in school together, and I would try to encourage the class to move and dance, and she really would never do much. And then all of a sudden, this. Wonderful, Arlette. And as a typical Stevie Wonder ballad that builds and builds with emotion and energy, she expresses that and reflects that beautifully, I think, in her dance. Wonderful. Okay, how are we going to end it, Arlette? Perfect! Arlette, that's wonderful. So, you and I, we can conquer the world. Keep loving, keep fighting. In love, and keep forging ahead with your arts and with your passion. Thank you so much.